Hello, I'm Becky Sykes, currently a senior consultant with the search firm Carney Sando and Associates and former president of the Oprah Winfrey Charitable Foundation and Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy Foundation. Prior to that work, I was associate head of school at Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts for 17 years. Now, as dissimilar as the two schools at which I spent my career, they have very many common threads. Students are always at the center of the enterprise, and for the provision of a good education, teachers and leaders must be strong and effective. I believe that rather than having a mantra, a good leader should be guided by a set of questions. Topmost among them, 1, are we as an institution living up to our mission and vision? 2, have we adequately prepared for what lies ahead? And this is especially interesting and important in times like the ones we live in today. And 3, have I as a leader adequately engaged and listened to every constituency to assure our success and to do what Jim Collins would call moving the institution from good to great? In short, a good leader needs to be imbued with pragmatism, good judgment, and the ability to understand and articulate the institutional priorities. I would hope that a very strong leader would be able to understand the past, to appreciate the present, and to respect the future. Turning to teachers, what does one need to keep in mind when looking for effective instructors? The most effective teachers believe in and manifest compassion, joy, and enthusiasm for those whom they teach, as well as for their subject matter. They're consistent, they're fair. Where the world has adopted Carol Dweck's notion of a growth mindset for learners, we also need to have that expectation for teachers and leaders. It is not always easy, but important for our teachers to be on the journey of learning and discovery with our children. As an example, I would suggest we think about the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls decision 3 years ago to become a trauma-sensitive school. This has involved developing new vocabulary and also establishing new habits. No one would tell you that it's been consistently easy, but I think everyone would tell you that there has been tremendous benefit and that it has been worth the effort. Now, I am not a parent of a current primary school child, so I decided to consult a couple of people who are very deeply involved in first grade education right now, my son and daughter-in-law. And I wanted to know from them what they value most in a teacher for their first grade child. They're looking for someone who will inspire our grandson to love learning and to be able to sustain that love throughout his life. They want someone who will encourage him to be excited to show up every day, even virtually, and someone who virtually again and in person can collaborate and cooperate with not only the teacher but also his peers. We want an educational setting in which restorative justice is a belief and a part of the bedrock. It is important for a child not only to understand that he has stepped over the line or made a mistake, but also that he is going to be able to take this opportunity for learning. And this would be as much for the transgressor as for the transgressed. And these, I recognize, are really big words to use when talking about a first grader. But ultimately, we want our grandson to grow up to be an effective, ethical, responsible citizen, one who doesn't always agree with everything that his neighbors and fellow citizens say, but can have the capacity to listen and respect different views.